Intuitive Jacob, thank you for being here, and thank you for your patience for those of you that have been waiting. I was only able to do the 6 of the tribes for the Hall of Days because I was getting over the flu in 2 different ways and had a weird conjunctivitis, so now that I may see clearly and that we may demonstrate that as well, we're going to take a look at selective form creation, what didn't get drawn and quartered, and what's actually on the inside of the magnetic unleavening. I'll show you on the inside what it looks like on the new board, where some of us have sigiled ourselves through sound, and more messages to come. If these messages are a little weird, well, it's because some of us are in the one strong incept ion, and we're being trained to hear other things within this new form. If you have more questions about that, feel free to click the link in my description. You can enter the very fine Martians Discord chat room and enter into discussion with us. Sometimes we share music and art and other things. And if you would just like your own private reading with perhaps a forensic look into some of the things that might have been confusing to you at a first look, hit me up. We've got a very specific way that we can do that, especially if you have things like dates of birth or actual dates that events happened before the I went on and the, hey, is that can? Did the camera catch it all in that era? Huh, what's this new ear thing? You thing, me thing, catch you on the inside of the reading. Hey, Sagittarius! Oh, nice to have you here. Thank you for being present for your Jan 2020, that we may see clearly readings. So, been meditating over your cards and energies as I was shuffling with this really lovely crystal quartz point. Let's see what you have. We are going to start with your archetype card, Sag. Woo-wee. So, Damsel is showing up as the predominant energy that you're looking at. And I'm hearing for some of you all, this is like, who's the fairest of them all? And for some of you all, it's what you've had to learn to tell yourself to prove how you were never really a damsel at all, and just how you learned how to balance your own power by kind of learning how to embody both of those archetypes, you know, the damsel in distress versus the one that takes care of it the best. And for others, this is somebody that is working you, and I'm hearing they have the key and they know how to screw you with it. Watch out. Let's see what this says here. Light attributes here. Sag. Understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. Shadow attribute states, waiting for a knight to provide for you, seduction by romantic illusion. Does that sound familiar? I'm hearing, don't let it go to your head if you feel like they're playing both sides of that with you, because I'm hearing for somebody it's like some really bad like pickup artist skills. There was some crap guys were doing, and like I guess it was like the early 2000s, right? PUA, pickup artists, where it's like first you nag her and then you give her a compliment, and how you make like a push-pull with people to build attraction, or like really low-level magicians that'll just try to mesmerize you. They're like, look into my eyes, and you know, people that try to do stuff like that with you to bring you to whatever level they want to draw you. I'm hearing it's like, yeah, crystal clear on that one, baby. Some of you all just like know it. It's like somebody's like really, their skill level there, it's lacking. It's just like, it's obvious. It's really trite, like what their angle is with you. And I'm hearing, don't let it go to your head though, because I'm hearing it's like they might just really be like milking you for energy, where it's like You know, even though it's not working, it's kind of working, because this is what an energy vampire does when they suck your time, baby. You know, where they can just like milk you for it. So, I mean, you're screwed if this is your kid, because obviously they're getting away with it. And it's like, I'm hearing like playing power roles with the parents. It's like, well, ask your dad, well, ask your mom, and like, who's saying yes? And so for some of y'all, you're being railroaded by the one that's like letting it go to your head, and they're flipping your switch, okay? So know it. Oh, by the way, if somebody you know could be benefited by this reading, please share it. I appreciate your support. And if you would like one with just your energy on it, where I can tell you weird things, especially if you have like dates of birth or anything, my details are below. I find forensic evidence that's really weird, just so you know. But somebody wants you to see the reversal, and they might be twisting things just to know how to topple your energy when they want. And so sometimes it's just like they don't even know what they're doing. They're just testing to see what works. Make sure you know that. Okay, so they're telling me just jump straight to the who you might be dealing with card. I was going to go to the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck, but they're saying, no, Jacob, Black Moon Astrology, who are you dealing with? Fire element people ranking on you for energy and desires. I'm hearing number 37 might be a big deal for you, Sagittarius. Know it if it is. This could also be speaking to somebody with a grand fire trine. It could even be you. Maybe you light your own fire, my love. Maybe you're a Sag that's got Aries and Leo somewhere in there, and it's like, sure you can. You know, maybe you've got that launching power. In which case, thank you for learning how to quell yourself and balance your attributes, because I'm hearing this like damsel thing. This might be you playing the knight in the damsel yourself and learning how to wield that fire and how to be that. And so you might need to rest and know that carnelian would be a great stone for you right now, is what I'm hearing. And I'm hearing crystal quartz might be a nice meditative stone for you. Something like this, maybe in your hand or in your pocket. Knowing that you don't have to accept everybody's gift just because they come, you know, trying to flash an image at you about how great you are. Because sometimes that's just how they pull energy. Oh, by the way, you're so great. And, yeah, got that one in my pocket. Sound familiar, Sag? I love you. Something like this in your hand, over the pericardium right here. It's a good way to make sure that you have what you want to be receiving in your hand. You can discreetly hold things like this when you're dealing with draining people, especially if you got like a sales job or something. You're like dealing with people a lot and you're trying to put ideas in your head or monetize you. You can simply cover the pericardium like this with your hand and know you don't have to receive every gift. Okay? So, fire element people might be trying on you. Just know they've already been witnessed at 0 point. Some of us are watching that, making sure that it's safe for us to land. Especially if you feel like people have been like surveilling around you. They have. It's the cam era. That's what it's for. Okay, let's see what else is going on here, because we've definitely got more information coming from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. And for some of y'all, there you go. It's about boundaries. What does fire know? Especially about what was never locked in the time wheel. 12 and 12 a.m. p.m. What it is to burn the candle from both ends. For desires and things that people might want to triangulate in a trinity view of your energy, playing you for the alternate view within your eyes. Hearing some of you all have been dealing with a really bad magician. I'm getting really bad vibes. It's especially if they've got a lot of like an air fire thing that they haven't been learning to control very well. And when you tell somebody back off and they don't, and needing to know that maybe you have a protective bubble around you too. And where some of you are very protected right now just for being here. And well, I'm going to recommend nice stones like selenite for high-level energy healing. Especially if anybody tried to take a weird look at you and Now that's as far as it got, because of what I know about 0-point technology and what they don't get to see on my watch. So if you've had some low-level phony-ass magician trying to zoom in on you, especially calling it an oming, these are what bad magicians were doing, and we can actually turn these views around, especially if they thought they saw something in your eye and were using it to turn. You know, those little lines that some people know how to read in your eyes, like clock hash marks and time, to prove what stakes are and what the book of Revelation is in front of life being exposed as a breath and witness, and how protected we are just because of this awareness now. And what the number 12 is. You were never sealed in somebody's false bottle. And I'm hearing Gemini for some of you all. You might want to check out that reading. But boundary is important. Waxing gibbous. 3. You are protected. Know that, Sagittarius. That's a prison, by the way. For those of you that were interested in more love style messages, things to deal with the romantic sphere, I've got the Tarot of Sexual Magic here, and the Love Oracle card that'll help us clean that up a little bit. So, wow. One of my favorite for passionate expression right here. This is hot. That 10 of Wands. So some of you all, I mean, deck the halls, right? With bows of jollies. Fa la 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 la, go effed it all. That looks passionate. That is a fire card. Some of you all are having passionate encounters. Lucky you. Some of you all might not know that that is coming to you. Especially if you're dealing with somebody that's strong in fire element, like this here, that wants to express their desire. I'm hearing for some of you all, first this is like you're going to need to demonstrate some boundaries, and I'm hearing about prophylactics and about different things that you need to know before you let somebody get their 10, getting their paws on you all around the clock like this, and what 10 and 12 looks like. For some of you all, and I'm hearing for some of you, it's like, oh my God, put me in my protective bubble and beam me off. I'm hearing it might be like a 10-hour flight to where they are, but when you get there, that's what it's looking like, and that is passion right there. That's somebody that might have, I'm hearing, I don't know why I'm hearing Aquarius or Gemini, but I'm seeing fire here. I mean, that could be Libra too, I guess, if we're talking air, and that would make more sense if it was a 10, but I was hearing Aquarius or Gemini, but usually a Wands card like this could be somebody with strong fire element, you know, like you, Sag, Leo, Aries. But I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like, forgive me if I say this wrong, but for some of y'all, it's like, you don't want somebody to burst your bubble about this, and I'm hearing it might be hard to tell, especially if somebody's been like turning your self-image upside down and like flipping that switch with you, because I'm hearing for somebody it's like it's just how they screw with you. And so for some of you it's like this is more for people that are single, is what I'm hearing, where if you're like single and you're like, oh, don't bust my bubble or whatever, I'm hearing it's like whoever you had before was kind of crappy like that, but that having a discussion about safe boundaries with somebody is going to be helpful, especially if you've been planning on doing some travel, because I'm hearing it might not happen until like later. I mean, they're showing me a 10, which a lot of times that's like October, right? But I'm hearing that it might be worth it, but they're saying it could be like a 10-hour flight too. So I'm hearing, I mean, it could be different for different people, but for some of you, it's like you have a friend that's very protective of you, that's been at a distance, and it's like the only thing that hasn't happened is decking the halls together, so to speak. And that for some of you all, it's like when you start to realize that you've balanced your own like distress call with this damsel thing, and you can see when somebody's trying to work you like that, that it's like, it's kind of like the all in is what I'm hearing. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like, this is going to be a healing, regenerative process about how you learn to wield that fire with more mastery for yourself, regardless of who might be in your space, because this might just be more fire people in your area. So you're having creative energy right now is the thing. And I'm hearing that the like worst part about this is if it's like too many chefs trying to contribute to the soup, you know, that it could just get muddled is the thing. For some of you all. Let's see what else we can find out though. Oh, also, if this is your couple, if you have a couple, this is like role play is what I'm hearing. It's like this role play thing is working great for you. You might want to try this act with the damsel in distress and like flipping each other's switch like that. For some of you all, this is going to work. So, you know, for some of you all, that's going to be like a boundary game where it's like, oh, I need your help. Oh. And, you know, it could go worse, right? So, all right, let's see. What does the Love Oracle card say for us? Sag. Palm trees. Oh, you and me both, baby. Let's go. Stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, flexibility, and good stamina, just so you know, because that's looking like stamina too. This is virility. This is like covering with the palms when you need to, but also being able to enjoy it in nature someplace. And sometimes people just need a vacation together. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like where you're gonna meet. Maybe it's like where they're located, or it's like, okay, look, crazy idea, but how about you and I get together for XYZ? And I'm hearing for some of y'all, there might be like a power balance thing too. Like I'm hearing maybe one person is stronger in finances, another person might be stronger in planning skills, especially if it's like taking a long trip together, especially if you're at a distance or like planning a way to do these things. Setting boundaries on that and deciding who's going to do what might actually be a really nice way to balance this like damsel in distress energy. Because I'm hearing for some of you all, that might be the thing. It's like you might have a friend at a distance that maybe you're the one with more money, you know, maybe you have like a different kind of job than they do, but they are really good at making this plan, or like where they live is great, or they can like put you up or something. It's like, I see, it's like a creative idea of like how you put it together and how relieved you'll both be that somebody's kicking in what the other one would really want the help with, you know? And so for some of you all, this is just a new way to synthesize and to see this and to know that it's okay to like, you know, rely on yourself, but to also ask for help and not have to be the damsel, and to also not have to have your self-reliance and your switch just like flipped by somebody who just, you know, wants you to look at yourself this way instead, upside down. Boundaries, my love, boundaries. Let's see what Archangel Michael has to show us here with your advice card. Okay, interesting card. It says believe and trust. For me, faith is more the must. Belief sometimes doesn't get us anywhere, where you actually have to take a step and trust in that breath of air to either speak it or be it or do it, to live it. And so walk yourself through it. Know that you're protected and guided, and that the sword of truth is here before you. And sometimes you just have to do something with that. Sometimes it's pick up a pen and write, or, you know, send that message. But the prayer here says, before going to sleep tonight, say, Archangel Michael, please enter my dreams and replace fear with faith and trust. Let me be fueled with strength, courage, and confidence. And I'm hearing a better way to see what it is to have had gone bust, because I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like learning self-boundaries about how you tell yourself about that, especially if you had a bad relationship before that you're leaving, where you felt like that damsel that got left for, you know, the villain to come and run over with the train, or whatever it was, because it might have been a train wreck. And I'm hearing for some of you all, balancing urges, especially if you're angry, knowing what to channel it into is really good right now, because it's going to give you a good sense of protection. And for some of y'all, especially if you start a new activity, you're going to be very creative and fertile, and you might end up in a really nice, passionate situation some way or another. Hope that's helpful there. Let's see what else we can find out, because We've got the Sibilas here. Sagittarius. And we're going to see what else we can find out about this Ten of Wands energy. For those of y'all that are interested in that. What does Sag need to know about the Ten of Wands energy? Alright, so look at that. Amore showing right up here, looking at us. Something wants to look at us here too. What is this? You are the Il Nemico, and I'm hearing that might be like the X, and this is the other one that's showing up here. Whoever had the hook in you, somebody took a fork out of you. I'm hearing it might have had like a Leo something. There's like a flying line there, a message that never came in, and the one who put their hand on it and took off running is what I heard there. And in case you want to know, these are the ones I was going to pull out, but they just landed in my hand there. So there's the trip, Viaggio. Wow. There's a Malta. That one was turned around. That's someone getting over a sickness. It's turned around. I'm hearing it might have been morning sickness. And there is the Grand Signore. Somebody might have fathered like a child outside of a relationship before, and I'm hearing that it's like, what you might not realize is that love can happen again after that, especially when you've had a chance to heal from whoever this is that wanted to kind of plant it on top and act like they could just take off with whatever they wanted, because I'm hearing for some of y'all, that's what happened, and it was like waiting around for some shit that never happened. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, forget about it, baby. As much as you can. You know, it might be easier said than done, so it's like peeling off a layer at a time. Do the things that are good for yourself and know that, you know, you're being wielded by fire in a special design where you're no longer the damsel, you're the fairest of them all. And that's like a special boundary over you where love can come back to surprise you, where you inherit this all, and just know palm trees might be in your future here, and sometimes all you need to do is take those steps in the faith. It's going to help get you there. Hope that's helpful for you, Sagittarius, excuse me. No, I heard Scorpio there, but Sagittarius, thinking about you. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. If it'll help you, feel free to reach out. I'd love to do a private reading for you. You can also join our Very Fine Martians group below, like I mentioned. If I don't hear from you, hey, great. I hope everything's wonderful. Take care, and we'll catch you again soon when we're back for another one. Bye for now.
Promise that you'll catch